Hello, I'm Father Joe Gambala. Welcome to Journey Through Genesis. Today we go to chapter 1 of Genesis, verse 20. And God said, "Let the water teem with an abundance of living creatures, and on the earth let the birds fly beneath the dome of the sky." And so it happened. Let the water teem with the abundance of creatures. Many, many, many years ago, I fell in love with scuba diving. Growing up, I used to enjoy television shows, the specials of Jacques Cousteau and the movie Underneath the Sea and things like that. I was always fascinated reading books about reefs and the animals in the ocean, and always wanted to go and see them. And well, when I grew up, I decided to take scuba lessons. Scuba lessons, of course, take a lot of time, take a lot of preparation, and you have to learn a lot of things, and you need some equipment. The most important equipment is going to be your big tank of air so that you can breathe underwater. Otherwise, you're not going to spend very much time out there at all. And you're going to need flippers, and you're going to need a mask. Furthermore, you're going to start out by doing some very simple dives, and eventually over time you're able to do longer dives. And you never dive alone. You're always diving with a dive partner. It's a safety feature which I have experienced its need a number of times in my many years of diving. Well, in St. Paul's letter to Philippians, chapter 3:20, we are told our true home is in heaven. So I began to think about this book of Genesis, and I began to think about being in our true home in heaven. And the more I meditated about it, the more I prayed about it, I thought, if our true home is in heaven, then how do we look at this trip here on earth? Maybe we can look at this trip on earth as a journey, like you would go on a dive. And because the sea can be a very dangerous place. There's a lot of pressure, just like there is in our lives today. There are things that want to harm us out there, as there are in the sea. And so I thought about that in terms of faith and said, well, there are some comparisons. Just like you need a tank of air to breathe under the sea, to get through the world successfully, you need the faith in God. The faith in God is what we breathe that gets us through the troubles of this world and the challenges of the world, knowing that God is with us. And we also aren't alone, for we know God is there. And we know that our fellow believers are there for us too. It's a journey that we take together. So just as someone diving, as Scripture says, through the beautiful creatures that God has created in abundance, so too as we journey through this world, through the faith that we breathe and the love that we share and the people that we're with and God with us, we will journey through this world together until we too reach our true and eternal home, which is in heaven.